channel. Guys, something just got posted on the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe fan page on Facebook, which has literally just blown my mind and is giving everybody, and I do mean everybody, who's been collecting the Mondo 1/6 scale figures something to really admire. Guys, I want to take a deep dive into this and see exactly what was posted by Raúl Barrero, who is the photographer for Mondo Toys. Guys, just before we get to the episode, I wanted to draw your attention to this little thing, which you've probably already seen it and wondering what it was. This is actually a new microphone, which was provided to me by Maono.com. Maono is a company that actually produces high-quality microphones, and this one in particular is their DM30 RGB model, which is specifically made for streamers. I'll talk a little bit more about this at the end of the episode, but I did want to tell you that this is available right now on Maono.com. Guys, this one blew me away, and I'm sure it's going to take you for quite the ride. Let's have a look, everybody. So over on the Facebook groups page, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, the fans group, Raúl Barrero has posted this amazing new video and this wonderful insert, which I'm going to read a few sections from, because this was something that really blew my mind, and I think everybody here will appreciate it. Raúl Barrero goes on to say, yeah, the Snake Mountain in 1/6 scale for the spectacular Massive Universe figures by Mondo complements the Castle Grayskull that my sister artist Nadia Barrero and me built a few years ago is finally complete. It has been a long job, many hours of work, and I couldn't have finished it on time without Alberto J. Carasosca's support and hours with him covering the first base with paper glue, putty, and 1,000 other things. My sister Nadia Barrero also got involved with the first phase, sculpting with me the stone by stone of those that make up the scales in the Snake Mountain model for some of the diabolical faces that surround the slopes of the Snake Mountain. And on top of it, she created a ladder like the one she made for Castle Grayskull, but in gray, giving those two fortresses one of the mythical complements of vintage playsets. Antonio Argudo has sculpted with me all the parts created in ZBrush and also spent hours of airbrushing locked into the studio next to me, in addition to supporting me in the project from the beginning. The 3D pieces have been optimized for printing and painting impeccably by Frank Sanchez. Since I showed him the project, he got fully involved and gave his best. The skulls that you see abandoned in different recesses of the mountain are, in addition to being printed, also painted by him. We also painted hand by hand the spectacular wolf door. This beautiful video that you see would not have been possible without Joan Cuadra from La Lume Cooperativa Creatica, who has an art that will make you crazy. Thank you so very much for making the things look even more spectacular. And thanks to Genion Lab, Petrier, Alicante, Spain, for the space and support in everything. It's a pleasure being there with you. I hope you love it. What an incredible excerpt from an incredible creator. Guys, I wanted to take a deep dive into this and take a look at some of the features that were just showcased inside this video, because there's a lot to take in here. Just by this whole layout that you can see here, it is absolutely massive. I mean, there's Raúl standing in the background. I don't think it's quite as big as that. I think he's standing a little bit further back so he can fit in the shot. But I mean, what's here is absolutely incredible. And actually, if we start the video and you see people just standing around this thing, it is massive. It truly is. And obviously, it's sitting on top of a table, but people are almost dwarfed by Snake Mountain alone. It's ridiculous. I'm not sure if this was a private showing or perhaps, he had friends come over and take a look at these things, but it's just absolutely incredible. People are playing with the Mondo action figures, which is so much fun, and we see tiny little glimpses of what will eventually go all the way through and see the nooks and crannies of this thing. Every single individual piece here was either sculpted or 3D printed with incredible care and detail, and it's just amazing, given a wonderful sneak peek, behind the scenes look at what Raúl Barrero and his sister and colleagues were able to create here. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. Seeing all the smoke effects added to give the atmosphere is just a wonderful effect as well. But looking at these 1/6 scale characters just being dwarfed by the size of all of these massive, dare I say it, playsets. These are actually more like dioramas. It really is quite mind-blowing. And of course, you hit it with the right type of light, and because of all the wonderful detail, all the rich sculpting and artistry that's been put into this, it really does give it that added feature. I believe Peter Jackson and his team called them not miniatures. They were calling them bigatures, because these things are just absolutely massive. Looking here at Castle Grayskull, we can see all the detail really up close and personal. Before, it's just like a shot from behind showing He-Man in front of the Castle Grayskull, but here we can see all the wonderful pitting, all of the different washes that have been applied to make it look just that more aged. It's beautiful. The wolf's head here, just stunning and hauntingly evil. We can see all those, again, smoke effects that really give it that wonderful atmosphere, and hitting it with the right type of light, it just seems to glow and have that ethereal effect. It's beautiful. Obviously, we have the characters like Trapjaw here being hit with the right type of light, really gives it that wonderful effect. And those wonderful little details like these skulls on the rickety bridge just add that type of atmosphere that you really want when you're photographing this amazing playset. We see all the interior lights that are used to give a little bit more atmosphere and a little bit more of a foreboding kind of effect, beaming out of the castle, giving it that, once again, that scary motif. And you can peek and over to the other side and see Prince Adam just standing guard on top of one of the castle towers. Here we can see somebody giving Panther a bit of a pat on the head. That's so cute. Orko, She-Ra in the background, Beastman, who is literally dwarfed by these gigantic dioramas. We see Man-at-Arms getting ready for a battle. Anti-Eternia He-Man standing at the precipice, the very apex, the Sierra of Snake Mountain, just gorgeous. Scareglow hidden in the shadows. The dungeon, which is perched on the cliff face of Gonzo. There we see Merman crossing the lava gorge, which is perilous for him. Something like that would really dry out his merman skin. And then we see some of the other rich little details, like the entrance to Snake Mountain with the Wolf's Gate. Just beautiful. I love the little puffs of smoke that are coming out, again giving it that ethereal effect. The top of the gates have that wonderful bat motif, which is another nod to the vintage playset as well as the classics playset. And of course, Snake Mountain itself is not Snake Mountain without the Viper standing guard. The beautiful lighting effects in the lava just give it that additional bit of realism, and it is another wonderful addition considering the original playset did not come with anything, as Filmation was the one responsible for this little detail. I want to give another huge shout out to Raúl Barrero and Mondo for giving us this behind-the-scenes look at something which normally we would never have another chance to look at, and the photos that have been taken with these playsets are absolutely stunning. Congratulations to Raúl Barrero and his team. You guys have done something truly spectacular. Wow, guys, that was an incredible look, behind-the-scenes look at the diorama, which was used to photograph all those wonderful Master Universe photos for the Mondo 1/6 scale action figures. This is something that we normally never get a chance to take a look at, and I'm super grateful and thankful to Raúl Barrero and his team who made this happen. This is incredible, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what were your thoughts about this deep dive and look into the diorama pieces for the Master Universe 1/6 scale Mondo figures. Guys, this is just something which is absolutely incredible and continues that wonderful conversation of whether or not Mondo should be creating 1/6 scale playsets. Can you imagine how crazy that would be? I mean, for crying out loud, Snake Mountain over here literally takes up most of my entire shelf. It literally has dominated everything about this whole section here, and I can only, actually I cannot imagine how big a 1/6 scale action figure playset would be. I mean, just looking at all those people who are standing around looking at it, it really is an incredible piece. And one heck of a talking piece if you were to pick up something even remotely to that size. Absolutely insane. Guys, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about this mic, which you've been hearing. I've been testing this out for a little while, and I have to say, it's pretty damn good. A lot of people who I've asked, and a lot of people on my live streams I've asked, say that this is a pretty good quality mic. I'm not even using my pop shield, as you can see here. It's actually doing, a pretty good job of, reducing all of that background noise. It's pretty amazing. And this is from a company called Maono. They provided to me, they reached out to me a little while ago and said, hey, we'd like you to test out this product and give it a bit of a review. So I was like, okay, send it my way. We'll have a look. This is their DM30 RGB model. As you can see, it actually has RGB colors. A lot of features on this. And of course, it is price point specifically for streamers. You can change the colors, and you have to excuse me here because this might sound a little bit loud. There's a little button here at the bottom. You can actually change the colors. As you can see, this is the pulsating RGB mode right now. If you click the button, this is actually red. It's hard to see with the glaring light here. This is yellow. This is more like a bright yellow. This is a green. And this is a cyan. This is a blue, and this is magenta. And then this is off, so you don't actually have to have the strobing light effect on at all. I kind of like it, so I usually have it on for my streams. It has a ton of features, including an audio dial right here, and so many other features. Especially if you start downloading the actual software from their website, maono.com. Some of the features also include a cardioid polar pattern, all metal body frame, companion software, which you can download from their website, mic gain control directly on the mic itself, headphone volume adjustment again on the mic itself, high sensitivity audio recording, and real-time monitoring. The real-time monitoring works pretty well, I have to say. What you have to do is there's a headphone jack right at the bottom of the base. You can actually plug that in, put on your headset, and you can literally hear yourself while talking into the mic. It's pretty amazing, and of course, if you're a streamer, it's invaluable to be able to hear yourself while you're broadcasting out to others on the net. Guys, definitely check out maono.com for this, once again, model DM30 RGB. I have to say, it's a pretty good mic, and it's just basically become my daily driver from now on. I was using the Blue Yeti for the longest time, and I still do prefer this mic for very, very quiet environments, but I do have to say that this is a heck of a lot heavier. This one is portable. I can take it around pretty much anywhere I need to go. I've actually used it on the road multiple times. So guys, definitely check out maono.com and check out the DM30 RGB for all of your streaming needs. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Are you interested in possibly picking up a 1/6 scale diorama piece like you've seen showcased by Raúl Barrero and his team? Are you guys hoping that Mondo might really consider actually selling something like this on their website? Or are you just absolutely in awe and would rather admire from afar, considering you just don't have the room for something this big? Please leave those comments in the comment section below, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please do leave me a like. It really does help me out. And if you're in the position to help out the channel, please consider checking out my Patreon page. It's MegaJRetro on Patreon. Guys, the patrons and channel members of this channel help me make wonderful episodes every single week, and I couldn't do it without them. They are the best. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. It really means the world to me. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. We have the power, everybody. We have the power, and Raúl Barrero and his team are using that power to the fullest. Good journey, everybody. Geek proud.